Hello and welcome to today's coverage from the Corry Journal live stream of Corry Baseball. It's Corry Beavers versus the Fairview Tigers. I'm John Yatsko here with Brad Swanson, and it's just another glorious day.
It is. It's absolutely beautiful out here at the ballpark at Columbus, and great day for baseball.
Got your typical wind, but we're ready to get this one started with Tucker Jackson on the mound for Corry. The first one's in there for a strike. Hard to see the scoreboard again today. I believe he called that one a strike.
Sounded like it.
At the plate for Fairview, I did one of your doings. I couldn't read my own handwriting. Stevens, and that one is popped up very high out to center field. I looked away from it and lost it. That looks like Ian Schatz out there. Corrals that one for the first out. Hard to see today up in the sky. So one down here as Corry gets started. Got our typical wind, like we said. Looks like it's blowing straight out the center right now, based on the flags. Tucker throws a first pitch to the next batter. This is Hennessy. That was a ball. Second one nails him. And Hennessy will go on to first after being hit by a pitch. Haven't seen much of Tucker Jackson pitching in the games we've done, at least.
Right. We knew that he did pitch a little bit, but we hadn't seen him.
So not sure what we're going to get here today. Looks like he has some pretty good velocity. Rodkovich at the plate. Hennessy with the lead on first. And Rodkovich jumps on the first one, lines it out into left field. And it's played there, and Hennessy will stretch it to third. And Rodkovich on the throw will go to second. So Fairview striking early here. Have runners on second and third with one out. First pitch fouled this way, and I think it's over behind the concession stand. I was waiting for you to jump into action and save me, Brad.
That was way out of our reach.
I wasn't sure. It was hard to see. One ball, one strike's the count. This is Benford at the plate. Two balls, one strike now. That one's ripped out into left field, line drive. Relay comes in, but not before Fairview's able to put two runs on the board. Gonna get a courtesy runner.
I believe he's the pitcher, number 7. Saw him warming up.
So still just one out here. Fairview jumps out to an early 2-0 lead. And Herman at the plate for Fairview. Jackson's first pitch, and it's swung on and popped up out to center and he misplayed it. I absolutely could not see that ball as soon as it went off the bat. Were you able to track that one at all? Because I could not find where that one
I was
went.
watching it. It was drifting. It was one of those, looked like it was going to center field, like he was going to be camped underneath it, but it was drifting. It's weird. We've said it every game. I think that the wind actually swirls and changes directions here quite often.
Yeah, so no, this light sky today is almost white baseball on white clouds. Really tough to see. Very sunny. I think that is shots out there. He does have sunglasses on. But he looked like he was tracking it well until the last minute. It was just off to his left side. That one's high for a ball. 1-1's the count. Fairview with runners on first and second. And that was Herman that popped up. Jacob Anderson gets that one at first and tries to get the long throw, force out, all the way over to third.
He got the ball in a hurry, and he was thinking he had time, but the runner got a good jump off second base.
That was Gaston. And now we have Jewell at the plate. That one's hit to short. And we'll get the force out of second for 2 outs. And 1 run will score, making it 3-0. Ground ball foul down the third base line. This is Russo at the plate.
Looks as though Fairview's a pretty good fastball hitting team, because that's pretty much what Tucker's been throwing, his fastballs.
Runner goes, no throw. This is the 8th batter of the inning for Fairview. One ball, 2 strikes is the count. 2 outs. And he struck him out. So, Fairview with 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error committed by Corry. Corry coming up to the plate here. Pitching for Fairview will be Benford. Corry gonna have Swan, Jackson, Moon, Braswell, Anderson, Johnson, Lathrop, Kraza, and Schatz in the batting order. So we're winding down the season here. Trying to check the standings here for Corry. this is updated. Corry is currently 6-7. I'm going to look through and see. I believe it is updated. Corry beat Conneaut area 6-1. Last game when we were here. Tomorrow they'll be away at Northwestern. Thursday will be the rescheduled game home here against Girard, and then they'll finish out the season with 2 away games against Northeast and Conneaut area again. So Swan at the plate fouls that one off. First baseman's got room, and he will make the play in foul territory for the first out. Next up, Tucker Jackson. That one's low for a ball? No. Call that a strike? Okay. I'm not arguing. I can't see. One ball, one strike now to Tucker Jackson. That was just at the knees there. That one I did see and thought was a little low, but it's not my strike zone. So Jackson swings, misses for the second out. So 2 down quickly here for Corry in the bottom of the first as they trail 3-0 to the Fairview Tigers. And that will bring up Camden Moon. First pitch strike. Second one's a strike on the outside corner. That one is popped out to left, and it'll be caught. And 1, 2, 3. Corry goes down in order. So after 1, Fairview leads 3-0. I still couldn't see that one.
It's hard to see it. You catch it right off the bat. We're scheduled for some stuff this week, John, but I don't know if it's going to...
Yeah, tomorrow looks wishy-washy again. And Thursday we'll be at softball tomorrow.
Softball tomorrow, yep.
And Thursday we'll be back here for baseball.
Yeah, well, actually, I thought we were scheduled Wednesday here for baseball as well.
Tuesday, Thursday. And then I think next Thursday, and that's it. Camden Moon, Wyatt Swan, Tucker Jackson are 3 seniors I'd like to recognize. Tonight was senior night. They had a nice ceremony before the game started to recognize those guys. Again, Wyatt Swan, Camden Moon, and Tucker Jackson. Guys that have been playing baseball for a long time. Congratulations to them on a long career. All great ball players.
Yep, great kids too. I remember Wyatt being in wrestling. He was a tough wrestler and always a good baseball player. And Kim, of course, is a multi-sport athlete with being very gifted in baseball and basketball. And Tucker got away from football for a while, came back to it, and showed his athleticism last year. And obviously a very good baseball player.
Tucker Jackson First pitch fouled off to Sizlewski. This is the 9th batter. Fairview almost batted around there that first inning. Count is 1-1. I was just checking the schedule here again. Tomorrow, Corry is at Northwestern. Thursday, they're home against Girard. Popped out to center field. This one is short, and it gets into the Bermuda Triangle there. I don't know if shots, that should have been his ball. Should have been able to call off. Moon was way out there looking for that one. I'm not sure if Schatz was having a hard time seeing that one again. So I'm deferring to you. Whoa, is that a hit, Brad? Or is
that's a base hit because it was kind of in no man's land. Got in between all of those guys. We had 4 guys after it.
So Fairview back at the top of their lineup here. Stevens flew out to center field his first at bat.
I don't know what the what the coaching staff looks at here, but I'm sure that they're telling the outfitters you got to play at medium depth, at regular depth, because of the wind. You can't cheat in because you're going to get burnt probably on a routine fly ball.
Yeah, and Fairview has been driving the ball. What little we've seen of them hit so far, they've really put bat the ball there. And Stevens will walk. That brings up Hennessy. He was hit by a pitch the first inning. That one's in the dirt for a ball, and it'll advance both runners. That one is driven deep. It's over Braswell's head in right field, and that is gone. 3-run home run for Hennessy. Yeah, and that's kind of just what we talked about. You can't play them short because they can really drive the ball. That one just kept going and going and going until it was finally over the fence.
That's a right-handed batter that just poked one over the right field fence, and he just got it up in the air.
Yeah, he's a pretty big kid.
Mm-hmm.
Fairview doubles their lead now from 3-0, make it 6-0.
Jackson Lathrop out to talk with Tucker Jackson.
And that'll bring up Rodkovich, who had a line drive single in the first inning. No outs here in the top of the second. One ball, one strike according to the scoreboard.
That was ball 4.
I guess both of us had lost track there. I'm having a hard time hearing the umpire.
Right.
Plus the wind isn't helping in my headset here. Looks like we're going to get a little mound visit. checking out the Corry girls softball schedule here. What remains? Tomorrow we'll be at the high school as they take on Cathedral Prep, and it is their senior night. Then they'll be away on Thursday against Conneaut area. The following week they have an away game against Sagertown, an away game against Fairview, and then a home game against Seneca, which we are trying to regroup here and see if we can get that one covered. But that will wind down our season, and we are making some inquiries to see what we can do about playoffs, if possible. Picking up the playoff games isn't just as simple as showing up and plopping your equipment down and getting on the air. There's approvals that need done and PIAA fees that need paid and
Right.
all those kind of things.
Got to check with our employers and make sure that we're able to cut loose a little early, maybe.
I think we're going to pitching change here. This will be Jeremiah. Johnson.
So I'm assuming Tucker stayed in the game, right?
I would imagine he
So
did.
He probably went to second, and then Swan moved back over to third. Can't always assume.
It does
but
look like that is the case. You make me put my glasses on.
Yes, that is what happened.
Yep. Swan at third, Moon at short, Tucker Jackson at second, Jacob Anderson at first. Braswell in right, Schatz in center, and Kraza in left.
Jackson Lathrop behind the plate.
No outs here. Still in the top of the second as Fairview leads 6-0. They scored 3 in the first and just scored 3 on a Hennessy home run here in the second. Benford at the plate for Fairview. He had a line drive single out to left field in the first inning. Fouls 2 off. The count is no balls, 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch from Johnson misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. That's high, ball 2. Two pitch is high. Count is full. That one is popped up. And that is going to be in another Bermuda Triangle there out towards left field.
It doesn't matter where they hit it, it's dropping. They're finding a home for them.
And I'm really starting to sound like a broken record, but I thought I saw that one off the bat, and it just got up in the sky there again, and I just couldn't tell where that one was again. Maybe I need to get my eyes checked.
Sunglasses help on a day like today.
Yeah, I'm sure. Getting a little overcast now, maybe that'll help me and the outfield out a little bit. This is not our usual outfield play. It's usually pretty stout out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually a very good defensive outfield that we've talked about this season. It's not an easy job out there. A lot of these guys don't play the outfield, when they're younger days. And then they kind of get put out there and they got to learn pretty quick. Johnson's first pitch is ripped down the right field line. One bounce all the way to the fence, gets by Kraza. Fairview's going to score one, and they hold up Benford at third. That'll be Herman with a double. Seven nothing now. Fairview leads. Another little mound conference between Lathrop and Johnson this time. Gaston at the plate. He grounded to first in the first inning into that kind of fielder's choice play that Jacob Anderson tried to get the lead runner at third. Was probably a little ill-advised, probably especially at that point in that inning too. You just kind of need to get an out, kind of like here, no outs, Fairview's on a run here. You just need to get an out somewhere. Runners at second and third. Off speed from Johnson. Gets Gaston swinging. No balls, one strike. Low for a ball. 1-1 now. Called strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. Gaston goes down swinging for the first out in the top of the second. Jewell now at the plate for Fairview, grounded out to short. Grounded into a fielder's choice at short in the first inning. First pitch is a strike. Called strike 2. Pop back foul. Called strike 3. Johnson gets his second strikeout in a row. Be huge if Corry could get out of this inning keeping those 2 runners at second and third.
Yeah, it looks like Jeremiah's settling in there on the mound.
Russo at the plate. First pitch is high for a ball. High again, ball 2. Just missed a little high on that one. 3 balls, no strikes now. Johnson delivers the 3-0 pitch. That is a called strike. Taking all the way. 3 balls, 1 strike now. 2 outs. Runners on second and third for Fairview as Russo is at the plate. Fairview leading 7-0 here. Already in the top of the second. That one is low for ball 4. Now they're loaded. That will bring Cisluski to the plate. He singled to center field in the first inning, fly ball, one of those Bermuda Triangle shots out there. I've already had, what, 2 or 3 of those this game.
Yeah, at least 2. Maybe 3.
Off-speed pitch gets him swinging on the first one. No balls, 1 strike. Fouled straight back. Johnson about to deliver the 0-2 pitch. 2 outs, bases loaded. Just fouled off. Cisluski stays alive. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Johnson able to get out of that one. But not until Fairview scores 4 runs on 4 hits, including a 3-run blast from Hennessy out to right field. Corry trailing 7-0 here as we go into the bottom of the second. Going to see Braswell, Anderson, and Johnson at the plate. Seems like we spent the entire game with Fairview batting.
Sure does. We went down very quickly in the first inning. 1, 2, 3, I think, didn't we?
Yep.
It's been so long.
Gonna have to get something going here. Quickly be in danger of getting 10 runs.
Right. The way Fairview's hitting the ball today, that could escalate too.
Yes. Yeah, well, that's why I said, you know, even though it's already 7, to get out of that inning there, leaving 2 or 3 runners on, another 2 or 3 runs there really put you behind the 8 ball really early in the game here. So about to get this bottom of the second inning underway. Braswell at the plate. Benford on the mound for Fairview. And he couldn't hold on that one, and he swung on one up high. ball, one strike. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Getting a lot of those little dust devils down there around home plate. Really kicking up now. This is some stronger wind, or at least must be maybe the direction it's going than we're used to up here. It's always a breeze, but getting a good bit here. Umpire having a talk with the pitcher. I'm assuming about something he doesn't like that he was doing, maybe. Fouled back out of play. Braswell goes down swinging for the first out in the bottom of the second inning. Jacob Anderson, first baseman, comes to the plate. First pitch is a ball. That one's chopped fair down the third base side, and Anderson will beat that one out for an infield single. Jeremiah Johnson at the plate now. First pitch is the ball. Fouled off, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled off again, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one is fouled out, back out of play. Got him swinging, strike 3. 2 outs now. Jackson Lathrop at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes to Lathrop. Get some swinging to end the inning.
Another relatively quick inning. The only bright spot was an infield single by Anderson.
Yep, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Due up for Fairview, Stevens, Hennessy, and Rodkovich. Bryce Shelton entering the game for Corry. Going to play second base. Trying to see who else they may have moved around here. I think they're sending Tucker Jackson out to center. Braswell over to left and Shots to right, so Caden Kraza, I believe, will come out of the game. Johnson taking his warm-up pitches. Corry with just one hit so far today. Fairview with 6 hits, including a double and a home run. Fairview pitching has 4 strikeouts. Corry pitching also with 4 strikeouts, 1 for Jackson and 3 for Johnson. All 6 earned runs attributed to Jackson, all 7 runs attributed to Jackson. Getting it thrown around the horn here, and we're about to get this 3rd inning underway. Stevens at bat for Fairview. Flew out to center field and walked. Fouls that one off. That one's high for a ball. Count is 1-1. Two balls, 1 strike is the count. That one is hit to second base, fielded by Shelton. Throw is in time, and they get him out. Hennessy now up. He was hit by a pitch and homered. That one's popped up. And caught by Shots as he comes running in from right field. And that was the first one I was actually able to see the entire time. Rodkovich up now for Fairview. He lined out. Had a line drive single in the first inning and walked in the second. First pitch ball from Johnson. Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike now is the count. That is a shot. I'm not sure. Did that get their third base coach on the foot or something? It sounded like it hit something over there. And then it went flying.
It was close.
Count is 2-2. High, count is full. Two outs here in the top of the third. Fairview leads 7-0. Waiting for the full count pitch from Johnson. It's off speed and it is a line drive out to left field. Braswell tried to get it off his shoelaces, but he couldn't catch it. It gets by him to the fence. Nice relay, and they are going to get him out at third. So good job by Corry to make up from a mistake there.
That was a rope to left field.
I was going to say, we're going to have to discuss again. How do we score that one?
That's a tough one.
Well, that's why I left it up to you.
I would say that that's an E7. He came in on it. He probably should have caught the ball. I think he misjudged it a little, maybe, but that's a tough E to give somebody because of the way it was hit. And I was thinking, I'd give him a double. I changed my mind.
It's too late. I already scored it.
I was a little too critical on that one.
Well, if anybody asks, I'll say it was you.
Okay.
You're consistent at least. You're tough, but consistent. So I was looking through. They had posted, you know, every year they have all the team pictures from Little League, and then they post them on Facebook usually. I was scrolling through, you know, taking a look at all the teams and everything. I was happy to see a duo of coaches together, Coach Mike Daniels and Coach Adam Brewer, together with the junior team.
Nice.
So that is the usually 13, 14-year-olds, I think it goes to, maybe 15 at the most. So that's your next guys that are going to be coming along here to the high school level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's nice to see two guys that were both varsity baseball head coaches here at Corry, still giving back to the sport that they love, you know.
I believe this to be Chelton. He came in to second base. They sent Tucker Jackson out to center. They moved Kraza, or I think they moved Braswell from right to left. And I believe Kraza went out of the game. This is only Corry's only 8th batter to see the plate. I know a couple guys on Fairview have batted 3 times already.
Right. Yeah.
And we get a leadoff walk here to start the third.
We see Chelton on base quite often. He's got a good eye up there at the plate.
Got to bring up shots. Ball. Call that a strike. Okay. I was about to say ball 2. Said likes those low ones. 1 ball, 1 strike now. 2 strikes.
That was the old excuse me swing right there.
Yeah, I didn't know if it hit him or was gonna. Got him looking, strike 3. So we return to the top of the order here. Swan up. He popped out foul down the first base side to start the game. Wasn't able to check his swing on that one. It's a strike. And he hits that one up the middle, but the shortstop is there. Gives up the second base play. And can't get it over to first in time, so they're going to be safe all around. I thought he had enough time to step on second there easily.
Right.
Wasn't going to get the double play like he originally wanted to, but I thought he was at least going to get the lead runner out. Now Corry, 1 out with 2 on, and Tucker Jackson to the plate.
Yeah, Corey's got a little something going on here.
Two balls, no strike is the count. Jackson struck out his first at bat. Fouls that one back. Two balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Count is 2-2. That'll bring the count full. It's high, ball 4. And the bases will be loaded as Camden Moon comes to the plate, but not before Fairview's catcher wants to have a little talk with their pitcher. It looks like the coach is going to come out of the dugout as well. So, having a little bit of a hard time finding his command here in the 3rd inning. It was really rock solid the first 2 innings. It was strike after strike after strike.
Yeah, he had a couple of real quick innings, the first 2. I think sometimes get a big lead and it's easy to get a little complacent.
Looks like Fairview's going to send a pitcher down to the bullpen there to get warmed up. So Benford on the mound for Fairview. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd. Corry trails 7-0. Camden Moon at the plate. That one bounces in front of the plate. That one is inside. That one's high. 3-0's the count. I'm always worried down here when their bullpen is warming up. You know, because there's only like a little screen, but there's a lot of people between us and the baseball now. So.
Wow.
4 straight balls.
Walks
in a run here. That'll bring Braswell up. He struck out his first at bat. Probably taking here until you get a strike. I guess not.
You would think after a couple of walks and that he would have been taken, but coach gave him the green light.
No balls, 2 strikes now is the count. Low ball 1. That one is hit to short. They'll get 1 out at second base. Corry will score a run. Braswell on first, Jackson on third. Jacob Anderson at the plate. Hit an infield single to third base, his first at bat. First pitch is a ball. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Corry trails 7-2. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. Benford looking to get out of this inning. And that is a called third strike. Corry scores 2 runs on no hits and 1 error. Due up for Fairview, Benford, Herman, and Gaston. As Fairview has a 7-2 lead after 3 complete innings. So it's good to get those couple on the board. Makes it a 5-run game now that you can start to chip away at if you can hold them off from scoring any more. Johnson going to go back out onto the mound. Looks like the defense is going to remain unchanged. Wouldn't be surprised if Fairview has a pitching change next inning. Looks like Milam, M-I-L-A-M, was the one warming up, and he's done with his warm-ups. I really couldn't see how he was throwing. It sounded like he was snapping the glove pretty good down there, though.
Yeah, you could hear the mitt popping.
About to get this 4th inning underway here. Clouds rolling in a little bit here and there. Still a nice evening. I don't know if it was quite sweatshirt weather yet, Brad.
Yeah, I think it is. You're not as old as me.
You said it, not me. Is that your excuse?
Yes, it is. I'm sticking to it.
Older is colder?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go to get this 4th inning started. That one bounced in front of the plate. This is Benford. He's singled both times he's been up. Both times to left field. Just looking to check and see where Braswell was out there. Pops that one up to third base. Swan drifts back and catches it just at the edge of the dirt. So one down here in the fourth inning. Herman up next. 1 for 2 today. It's a double. He had that rip down the third base line, I believe. First one's high for a ball. One ball, one strike is the count now. Another called strike. Off-speed pitch. Just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes now is the count to Herman. Johnson delivers the 2-2. Looked like a curve that was in the dirt. Count is full. That one is popped up, and that is shallow. Shots. Hits his glove and pops out. Herman will go to second. So a heads-up play by Fairview to keep running that one out. Gaston now for Fairview. 0 for 2 today. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Johnson gets the strikeout. Jeremiah really having to rely on a lot of his off-speed stuff, different pitches, because they just really pounded the fastballs.
Yes, they hit pretty much every fastball Tucker Jackson was throwing, and then when Jeremiah came in, they hit his fastball.
Called strike 1. Yeah, I think for every, he's like throwing 25% fastballs, like 1 out of every 4 pitches is a fastball. This is Jewell at the plate for Fairview. He's 0 for 2 today. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. 2 outs now here in the top of the 4th. Fairview leading 7-2. Herman on second for Fairview. That one is lined into the gap between center and left. Tucker Jackson gets it before it goes to the fence. But that will score Herman from second to make it 8-2.
Your turn, Luca, let's go.
Russo batting. Struck out and walked. It's a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Runner goes. And that goes out into the outfield. Good backup by Tucker Jackson. The runner is not able to advance. One and one is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on the swing. Got him swinging, strike 3. So 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. Score is now 8-2 Fairview. Due up for Corry, Johnson, Lathrop, and Shelton. And Benford goes back out to the mound for another inning. Johnson with 5 strikeouts now, just 1 walk. Benford with 6 strikeouts and 3 walks. Johnson struck out his first at bat. See if he can help himself out here. As we go into the bottom of the 4th. Never really noticed some of these light poles look like they could use something. That one is wavy. The other 2 are starting to get a little lean to them out there in the outfield.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember them replacing them in my time here, so I don't know what the lifespan of a light pole is. No balls, 2 strikes here to Johnson. That one was in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss from Johnson, goes down swinging for the first out. Now up Jackson Lathrop. Struck out his first at bat. Low ball 1. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, two strikes now with one out. Swing and a miss, 2 outs now. Benford not wasting any time. He's kind of got back in his rhythm here that he had the first couple of innings. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 4th. And Bryce Shelton at the plate. Walked his last at bat. First pitch is a ball. High ball 2. That one is fouled down the third base line. Low, the count's 3-1. Low ball 4, and Shelton works himself into another walk. Benford only has 4 walks, and 2 of them are to Shelton. Ian Schott's up now. First pitch is a ball. Ball 2. Shelton getting a pretty big lead over there at first. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike now. The Shots. Two outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Fairview leads 8-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's been calling that low one all day long. That one, he's way ahead of that one. Fouls that one into the third base fence. Very close throw down the first there. Full count now. Fouled off. Throws over to first. He's safe. Strike 3, got him looking. No runs, no hits, no errors for Corry after 4. Kozlowski, Stevens, and Hennessy up. Due up for Fairview. It's 8-2 here after 4 complete innings. Johnson back out onto the mound for Corry. We'll face Zalewski here. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled on a fly ball to center and struck out. Then they'll be back to the top of their order. Looks like Hunter Donahue will enter the game into right field. Tucker Jackson still in center. Carson Braswell still in left. Ian Schatz will exit the game.
Well, Corry is in a spot right here where they need to get 3 quick outs and get the bats going. Time's running out on this game.
Yeah, like I said, they need to start to chip away at this lead here. Would have been nice to get 1 or 2 last inning. Johnson delivers low for ball 1. That one is popped up to center field. Looks like Tucker Jackson has settled under it and gets the out. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th. That'll bring up Stevens. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. That one is popped up down third base and goes out of play. Called strike, no balls, 2 strikes to Stevens. That one hit him. Hennessy at bat, hit by a pitch, homered, and flew out to right field. High ball 1. Two balls, no strikes. Stevens with a big lead and a big secondary lead over there on first base. And that one hit Hennessy. So Johnson's now hit back-to-back batters. Now bring a Brodkovich with 1 out. And coach will come out to have a chat with Jeremiah Johnson. This is exactly the opposite of what we hoped would happen this inning.
Right.
Fairview with just 1 out and 2 runners on now, and pretty much the meat of their order. This is their 3rd batter, and he is a single walked and had a line. That was the line drive out to left. That got by Braswell. So the line drive hitter up there. Both of his line drives were out to left field. So hopefully Braswell is paying attention and in position out there. Might want to move up a little bit on him, maybe. Just my opinion.
Yeah. It's funny how some coaches will coach outfielders to play in until they get burnt. But like I said, on a field like this where the wind's blowing out a lot of the times, it's not a good idea, I don't think.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's just had 2 line drives that fell in front of you, you know.
Right.
One was very close to being catchable. But he is way out there. He's practically to the fence, I think. Or maybe it's an optical illusion from here. That one is grounded to third. Misplayed. Can't get him out at third. And they're going to be safe all around. It'll bring Benford up to the plate. 2 for 3 today. Everything to the left-hand side of the field for him. Bases are now loaded with 1 out.
Well, if you look at it this way too, John, he represents the go-ahead to make it the 10th run to give them a 10-run lead.
That one is a shot down the right field line, stays fair. It's off of Hunter Donahue's glove all the way into the corner. And that's going to be a single and score 2. And it looks like we're going to get a pitching change for Corry.
Shelton going to come in? That'd be my guess. Put Jeremiah back at third and bring Swan back over to second. Pardon me.
So Johnson will have 3 1/3 innings worth of work. He allowed 3 hits and 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 5. The score is now 10-2 in favor of Fairview. They have runners on first and second with one out here. And Herman will be up to bat. He's fifth in the lineup. And he's hit one every which way. He has a double line drive to left, and he flew out to center, and he flew out to right.
Spray hitter. Is that what they call him?
Yep. Corry with just one hit today. That was the infield hit by Jacob Anderson. They've had 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. Only had three guys on the team that haven't had a strikeout yet today. Swan, Moon, and Shelton. Shelton walked twice. So we tried to take advantage of the little bit we got on base, but just not a whole lot of offense today. And it seems like Fairview has our number of our pitchers.
Yeah, this is a tough situation for Chelton to come into. He inherits 2 runners.
Yeah, and to me, he's largely the same kind of pitcher as Johnson, maybe a little less velocity, so I'm not sure that this change gets you a whole lot of difference. So that one is popped up to center. Tucker Jackson tracking it, settles underneath it, makes the catch.
Good strong throw in by Tucker.
Two down now. Gaston up at the plate. 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. Not sure what the delay is here. That one's in the dirt for a ball. Gets by Lathrop just a bit, and Rodkovich on second is going to take advantage of that and move over to third. Benford on first. Rodkovich on third. Called strike. 1-1. And interestingly enough, Benford's still on first. They didn't courtesy run for him, so I wonder if he is going to be done pitching now. Two balls, 1 strike now. Runner goes to second. It's a line shot down third, but it is foul. Braswell on the hop out there. I don't think he knew if that was fair or foul and got it in quick.
Yeah, he did. He didn't waste any time at all.
Runner goes to second. Count is now full. Just missed that one. Ball 4. loads the bases.
Stay hot, 1-4.
For Jewel. Grounded into a fielder's choice, struck out, and had a single. And that one is fly out to right field. And a nice catch by Hunter Donahue to end the inning. Fairview scores 2 runs on no hits and 2 errors. Score is now 10-2 going into the bottom of the 5th. Due up Swan, Jackson, and Moon for Corry. Well, it's about now or never, right?
Yes. Top of the order, right?
Yes. Swan's 0 for 2 today. And it looks like we will get a different pitcher. As Benford will retire. And Millum will come into the game. Take a minute here and watch his wind-up or his warm-up pitches.
Looks like a fastball pitcher.
Yeah, a little bit taller than Benford, not by much, doesn't look like.
Now he's throwing some curveballs that
Got kind of a strange delivery. It looks like Fairview is going to warm up another pitcher. Just watching the, just happened to turn on the other night the Pirates-Reds game. And it was one of those, I think the Pirates are winning like 15 or something. So they just had some, utility infield player or whatever pitching for the Reds. And he's just lobbing it in like,
batting practice.
Yes.
I remember years ago, Pittsburgh was getting hammered, and they brought in Mario Mendoza. Mario Mendoza came in and pitched and got shelled, I think, too.
First pitch from Millum to Swan is a ball.
Some people, I'm sure a lot of people don't know who Mario Mendoza was. He was a shortstop at Pittsburgh, and they used his batting average as a kind of a line that you don't want to be at.
Right. I was going to say,
Mendoza
is he the
line.
Mendoza line guy or
He's
just a
just
regular
over,
Mendoza?
I believe his career average was like just over 200 or right around there.
That one's to the shortstop from Swan. Throw is over in time, and that is the first out at the bottom of the 5th.
Good hustle by Swan, but a good strong throw by the shortstop.
Yeah, you don't hear that term as much as you used to.
The Mendoza line?
Right.
Yeah.
But I did know what you were talking about.
Good. Thanks for not making me feel old, John.
Well, I felt old enough this weekend. Up at the Mill Creek Mall, they had a baseball card show, and this one is a dribbler to first, and he's safe. Tucker Jackson able to beat out that infield hit. So we have 2 hits today. They're both infield hits.
Wow. Both down third baseline?
Yep. So we got a runner on now and Moon up. No balls, 1 strike to count to Moon. That one is a shot in the gap. And it falls. That was Benford out there, I believe. Neither the left fielder or the center fielder could get to that one.
Yeah, and Camden wasn't waiting around. He found a pitch he liked and whacked it.
And Corry with 2 hits now in the bottom of the 5th to get things going. 1 out. Jackson at second, Moon at first. Brings up Braswell. He's 0 for 2 today. Fouls that one off.
We were talking about things that make you feel old. My old buddy Tim Jonkus sent me a video yesterday, and it made me feel old. It was his son, Logan, graduating from Pitt Bradford College. So we had Logan Jonkus was our quarterback in recreation football.
I thought maybe you were going to say you send it on a VCR tape or something, and that's what made you feel old.
Not quite that, but people are going, what's a VCR tape? People listening out there.
Fouled off again. No balls, 2 strikes to Braswell. Millum, pretty quick here. Gets into his windup and gets going. Oh, called that one a strike. Got him looking. Anderson up. 1 for 2 today. Yeah, Millum doesn't waste any time. He gets the ball back, he gets on the mound, and he's throwing a pitch in about 3 seconds. That one's ripped to second. Played by the second baseman. And Anderson will be out at first. Corry able to get 2 hits, but not score any runs. No errors. After 5, Fairview leads 10-2. Due up for Fairview, Russo, Sizlewski, and Stevens. So I was going to say, I had gotten back into the bug of baseball card collecting a little bit when I was young, probably peak card collecting around when I was 12 years old. So a lot of what they call now junk wax era of like 1987 to like early 90s where they just made a gazillion cards or whatever, they're not worth anything. But it's interesting, Derek and I went to the Mill Creek Mall. They had a little baseball card show there, just stuff set up out in the middle, and it's interesting to see like who's popular or what's popular now compared to like before. It's like guys that are Hall of Famers and good baseball players now just don't seem to be quite as valued as much anymore. Your Mike Schmidts, your George Bretts, Carl Yastrzemski, Johnny Bench, the list goes on and on. Even the older stuff, like the old Willie Mays and Hank Aaron and stuff like that, is really not as sought after, as much as some of the newer stuff is. Guys like Skeens or Shohei Ohtani, some of their cards are in the thousands of dollars already, and they've only been around for 3 seasons.
Right. Yeah. It's changed. Time has changed a lot of different things. And us people that are starting to get a little elderly don't really think that all these changes are for the better.
Right. Yeah. Some of these I'd like. I'm a Phillies fan, but I'd rather have a Mike Schmidt card than some of these guys. Or a Nolan Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I was always a Pirates fan. Still am.
And that one's hit down the third. Swan can't handle that one. So Russo will go to first. Umpire giving somebody the business about being in the dugout, I believe. I was trying to double check to see if that was Chelton out on the mound still, and it's not. It's Elijah Gates now.
Okay.
Has entered the game. I was like, I don't think that looks like Chelton still. Oh, Gates is a sophomore. Usually see him do time in JV.
Eli, he was one of our
Yeah.
rec football players as well.
Yep.
Here's a trivia question for you.
That's a line drive to
After
center
this hit.
field.
Wow.
That one takes a weird hop on Tucker, and that's a gun there. But
It goes out of play.
threw that one over the fence.
Go, go,
So Fairview will be awarded home
go, Tone.
and second.
Throw from the outfield's 2 bases, right?
I don't know why they didn't give him third. I would have thought he was
Yeah,
already on
he
his
should've.
way to second when he threw it,
Right.
so I would think he would get third, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yep, there it is. Good call by the men in blue. So this gentleman at third base represents the potential 10-run rule winner if he comes across the score and we don't score in the bottom of the 6th.
That says Lewski on third. Stevens is at bat here. We're back to the top of the order. This is their 5th at bat. This is his 5th at bat this game.
Wow.
Swing and a miss.
That was a big swing.
Well, no offense to Gates, but you're a sophomore guy out there. You know, got decent speed for his age, but I'm sure they're used to seeing faster. Their eyeballs are probably giant, seeing some of what he's throwing. Two balls, one strike now to Stevens. Score is 11-2. That one's low in the dirt. 3-1. Chelton's at second. Swan at third, Moon at short, Chelton at second, Anderson at first, Donahue in right, Tucker Jackson at center, and Carson Braswell in left. That one's fouled off. Makes the count full. That's a hit by the pitch. I was a little surprised on that one because it didn't really look like he made zero effort to get out of the way of that
Right.
one. I mean, it was going to be ball 4, I guess, either way. So
Right.
Come on, Nick.
that brings up Hennessy. He's been hit by a pitch twice today. And he also has a 3-run homer.
Pretty good on base percentage.
Swing and a miss, strike one. Still no outs here in the top of the 6th. Strike two. That one's hit up the middle. That'll score one. Stevens will go to third. Hennessy will go to second on the throw. Twelve to 2 now. Rodkovich at the plate. Swing and a miss. Still no outs here in the top of the 6th. Fairview with runners on second and third. Eli Gates on the mound for Corry. Some of our younger guys on the team, Chaz Bird, Jaden Bollard, Hunter Donahue, Alex Hellier, Lennon Hill, Mac Hewlings, Connor Kent, that one's popped straight up and out of play. Got him with that pitch, looking, strike three. Benford at the plate for Fairview. 2 for 4 today. Two balls, no strikes. Fouled off, 2 balls, 1 strike. That one is a shot out to center. Tucker Jackson going back, makes a nice jumping catch. Runner from third will tag. So Stevens scores for Fairview to make it 13-2. Hennessy stays at second. 2 outs now. In the top of the 6th. Herman at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. Sorry, 1 for 4. Fouls that one off. One ball, 1 strike. That is a shot. Line drive to the left. That'll be a single for Herman and put runners at the corners. Gaston at the plate for Fairview. Does not have a hit today. Pops that one up. It's a shallow left. And I believe it is a fair ball. Fourteen to 2 now. Looks like we got a sub. This is Smith batting for Jewel. Fouled off. Strike 3, got him looking. That'll end the top of the 6th, and Corry needs 3 to stay alive here. Fairview with 4 hits, 2 errors, and 4 runs in that 6th inning, due up for Corry, Johnson, Lathrop, Chelton. So tomorrow, weather pending, we'll be over at softball, senior night against Cathedral Prep. Different start time tomorrow night because there's no JV game. 4:30 instead of 4 o'clock, so we'll be on the air around 4:20. The senior night festivities are after the game.
Correct.
So we'll stick around, weather pending, and see if we can broadcast those for you as well. Brad will be emceeing the senior night festivities for the team. So we got Corry's got their work cut out for them here. Looks like Millum will come back out onto the mound. And it's going to be Johnson, Lathrop, Chelton due up. Johnson, Lathrop, Chelton, which I wonder, I guess Chelton will probably still bat. He was still in the game. Chelton with 2 walks today. Otherwise, Johnson and Lathrop both hitless, so. Gonna have to get something going here. Millum with 1 strikeout so far.
Yeah, Millen, he's, as you mentioned last inning, he's a fast worker. He doesn't waste any time. Gets the ball back in his glove, and he's ready to roll again.
Weather stayed very nice tonight. It hasn't cooled off yet. The sun is still out. I think we're getting to about 8:30, 9 o'clock almost still with the sun being out.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting more daylight each day.
Got outside and got some yard work done yesterday. Swing and a miss.
Is this Eli batting?
I was going to say, that does not look like Johnson.
think it's Eli.
It's on the second. Yes, that is Eli. So Eli Gates comes up the bat. Hits one to second base. One down. Well, even though it was a little cool yesterday, you know, I had the sweatshirt on and the knit hat on. I was like, well, I guess I'd rather go out here and get some of this stuff done when it's cooler than 90 degrees and I'm roasting.
Right. I did a little mowing yesterday, too. The air was cool.
Yeah.
I'm switching pitchers.
I guess so. Yeah, I did a lot of weed eating. Did some trimming and stuff and of the trees and pull some weeds and whatnot. Luckily, my wife likes to mow the grass, so I just leave that up to her.
Yeah, that's nice.
If I could just convince her to like weed eating,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be great.
And mowing.
Right. I would trade the mowing for the weed eating. Oh, this is Hennessy going to come in at pitcher. So Millam with 1 1/3 innings pitched. Had 1 strikeout. Allowed 2 hits, no runs. Fairview with 11 hits on the day. They had 4 different batters with 2 hits. Team had 1 double, 1 home run. We have 1 out here. In the bottom of the 6th, Corry needs 3 runs here to stay alive. And this is, can't see the number. Who is it? Is this Hellier?
Yes, it's Hellier.
Oh, number 3, Alex Hellier up at bat.
Took a good cut up there.
Hell, you're probably thinking, what did I do to you, Coach?
Right, maybe coming
Hennessy
against
in there
this
throwing
giant.
some heat. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, he's a big ball player out there.
Yeah.
On the mound. He's playing first most of the game. Had that opposite field homer, so you know he has power. And Hellier goes down. So Corry here with 2 outs.
Just throwing it by people.
Now I believe this is Chelton. Yep, Chelton. One ball, one strike. And he got hit by a pitch. I can feel that one out here.
Yeah. It makes you think a little bit when you're the next batter.
Hunter Donahue at the plate now. Low. Whoa, okay.
Been calling him there all day.
I was just about to say low ball one, but low strike one. Shelton will go to second on the pass ball. I guess I should say wild pitch. There was no way the catcher was getting any kind of glove on that one. Swing and a miss from Donahue. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Two balls, 2 strikes.
That's the game, huh?
Called strike 3. And that will bring an end to this game as Fairview wins in 6 innings, 14-2. And Corry just kind of out of sorts today. Had a hard time out in the outfield. Couldn't get much going on offense. I think we only had three hits. If I'm 3 hits to their 11 hits. So, and we had 7 errors.
Wow, that's very uncharacteristic.
Really
of
haven't seen a game
defense.
like that from Corry all season. Unfortunate it all came at once here. So we're going to wrap this one up. We will see you tomorrow night, weather pending, over at the softball field. We'll be back here Thursday. Weather pending again tonight. Score 14-2. Fairview wins for John Yatsko and Brad Swanson. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.